Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is wherever I find you today or this moment. This is Thomas McMillan with Iron Sharpens Iron and with Guardrails Ministries. And today I'm here again with another conversation starter. Have you ever considered what or where is the most spiritual place in your house? Many of us have a desk and a chair where we sit at and we do our daily devotions and we meet with the Lord there every morning. Some of us have a library filled with books and filled with shelves of books that have nourished us and that have sustained us spiritually. Many of us have a prayer closet where we hang up our prayers and we have a chair in there and we commune with God and we do business with God. And for some of us, that's the most spiritual spot. For me, the most spiritual spot in my house is my food pantry. Yes, I said it, my food pantry. And I say that not because of the food that's in there, but because everything in that pantry has got an expiration date, which serves as a reminder to me that everything in life has an expiration date. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 says, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven." Today's conversation starter is on how do you know when it's time to move on? Now, in your food pantry, it's easy. In your food pantry, you know that there's an expiration date, and when that expiration date comes, it's time to toss that thing out. So you know when to throw the mayonnaise out. You know when to throw the bread out. You know because there's an expiration date right on there. Unfortunately, jobs don't come with an expiration date stamped on it. Neither do ministries, neither do relationships or dreams. None of those things come with an expiration date stamped on them. So, which begs the question, how do we know when it's time to move on? So a couple of things, guys. First thing is this. There are two things that you need to consider, two things I've learned to consider when it comes to this question. Number one, do I have peace? And number two, am I seeing fruit? Because what I've learned is that a sustained season of stress and no peace has always been a sign that it might be time to move on. Also, a sustained season of a lack of fruit where there is more energy expended trying to continue something than the actual fruit that the thing actually produces, to me, that's a sign it might be time to move on. So guys, that's today's conversation starter. How do you know when it's time to move on? A couple of questions for you guys to put your heads around and chat about. Number one, what have been some clues that you've picked up over time in life? What have been some of the clues that you've picked up from staying at something too long? And conversely, what are some of the clues you've picked up from not staying at some things long enough that have spoken to you, informed you about when it's time to move on? What principles from the Word of God has helped you navigate through this reality of life, knowing when it's time to move on? So guys, that's today's conversation starter. I'd love to continue the conversation with me. You can always reach me at thomas.mcmillan@ironsharpensiron.net. Or you can also reach me through my website, guardrailsministries.com, guardrailsministries.com, and pray that you have a very fruitful, awesome time of conversations with the guys you're with today. So God bless. We'll see you next time we have a conversation starter.